All right, y'all, welcome to 2025. Today, we're gonna get that fire in the belly going because we're gonna do a little spreading and dreading and maybe even a little spraying and praying. With that, when you look in your Yard Mastery app, this is the Warm Season Lawn Deluxe program that I'm looking at. That's the general program that most of y'all are on. Some of you, depending how early you are, you might be recommended prodiamine only. Prodiamine is a pre-emergent that stops crabgrass, and in my case, signal grass. Or you might actually have fertilizer recommendation there with the compaction cure. So I'm gonna show you how to do all of these right here. You can always look in your calendar section, look at your different steps and see what's upcoming. So with that, let's go look at the area that we're gonna apply to today. All right, now we have two sections we're treating today. This section here is new sod. It's only been down about 2 months, so I'm not putting pre-emergent here. I am putting fertilizer and biostimulants, all good. No pre-emergent on new sod until you've been through the growing season, which in Florida, the growing season is summer. So maybe in the fall, but no pre-emergent here. Now this section of the lawn over here, this is the old Floratam St. Augustine. You can see it's stayed nice and green. Now it hasn't had any fertilizer in a while. It's in need. This is gonna get everything, full boat, pre-emergent, fertilizer stress blend. Now it's actually already gotten the biostimulant, the compaction cure, because we did a video about a week ago showing you guys how to apply compaction cure. So this area and that area, everything's already been hit with that. So if you wanna see that video, I'll link that below. Otherwise, what we're doing today in this section of the lawn is pre-emergent and fertilizer. One thing I did want to show you why the pre-emergent is so important. Can you see this brown right here? This one right here, and there's a spot right here. Those of you that follow the channel, you've seen I've been talking about tropical signal grass and how it died from the cold. Well, we just came through a big cold stretch. I know you guys saw there was snow all over Florida. We didn't have snow here, but we definitely got down to 36, 35 overnight, and it zorched and killed this signal grass. So now that the signal grass is dead, there's thousands of seeds in here, and prodiamine does a good job stopping it, but it takes a couple applications, and this is the first one. So here we go, we're gonna throw her down and hope for the best. All right, y'all, let's talk about the spreader. By the way, if you hear like a ton of background noise, we got lawn maintenance going around here, pool cage being built, planes flying overhead, it's everything. It's like a John Candy movie in here. Anyway, the easiest way to get started is with one of these hand spreaders. Now you can do 1,000 square feet at a time with this. So I have 5,000 square feet to do, so I'm gonna have to fill it up 5 times, but it makes it super easy. So I'm gonna show you how to use this. But one thing, a lot of you have these. By the way, this is also a cheap way to get in. I think these are less than 40 bucks. We'll give you a link below. But what'll happen over time is that it can get this mechanism right here can get a little chewy. So I'm gonna show you how to clean this out, do a little maintenance at the beginning of the season. Now when I say it gets a little chewy, I'm talking about right here. This sometimes can kind of, there, see how it gets a little chewy on you? So what we want to do, and again, every piece of equipment that you own requires maintenance, and so this one is no different. So you'll see when we lift that off, here's the gears and the mechanisms, and you see that there's a little bit of buildup right in there. That's what gets chewy, and that gets inside of that gear right there, and that's what stops it from turning nice and easy. All right, so now it's all cleaned out. Look at that, buttery smooth. That's much better, so very important maintenance there. All right, now the pre-emergent, remember, it's not going on the new side, it's only going on the other side of the lawn, so I've only got about 3,000 square feet to do. The nice thing about this is it does 1,000 square feet per fill up. So I only gotta fill this 3 times and I can do that whole part of the lawn. So it's 3 pounds. Remember, the rate here is 3 pounds per 1,000. And so this is 3 pounds when you fill it right to the top, just like this. Don't show the spillage on camera because everything I do is perfection, remember that. But there we go. 3 pounds right there, locked and loaded. Let's go spread and not dread. Okay, now I have a little bit left over here on purpose. What I like to do, see the areas where the tropical signal grass has died? That's telling me that this is the main area where it's at, right? I applied everything over the entire lawn, but this is where all the seeds will be. And so I go back and I put a little extra in here. You're not gonna burn anything, not gonna do that at all. No worry there. This just makes sure that we get everything we need. Now I'll go over here, brown spot right here. Same thing, all around it. Not just on it, but all around it, because seeds travel. Another one here. Again, when I say brown spot, this is the dead signal grass. And I'm just hedging my bets there. Nice. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and break out the larger spreader because I'm gonna do the entire lawn. Remember with the Pre-Emergent, we didn't put that on the new sod. So going by hand on the whole thing would take a little bit longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and use regular spreader there. That's the Yard Mastery spreader. It's an Earthway 2600A+, badged in black. And of course, the Yard Mastery logo, super cool. Setting here is like 14, 15, somewhere in there. And I'm gonna dump almost the whole bag, because this bag covers 6,000 square feet. I'm doing about 5,000. So a lot of people ask me, Alan, what does your fertilizer smell like? And I say, it smells like success. I'm out of shape. I do cardio like every day too, but not this kind of cardio. All right, y'all, so you probably saw I was like super winded there. Listen, I love this Yard Mastery spreader, this 2600A+, but when you have really, really thick St. Augustine like I do, and again, my St. Augustine is in the top 3% of St. Augustine when it comes to thickness, hoorah. This is definitely hard to push, man. I mean, listen, if you like the cardio, it's good. And I said I do cardio at the gym. I do like elliptical or whatever, kind of a sissy thing, and gets my heart going, but man, this is putting in work. Anyway, great spreader, but if you have a super thick lawn, you probably need to get something commercial. All right, the next thing you're gonna see in the app is compaction cure. I already mentioned, I already put this down. So you can put all this down on the same day. You could go right now and put this on top, but I already did it a week ago. The next thing you wanna do though is water it all in. Now I was gonna put down some fungicide. I'm gonna wait till this weekend to do that because I wanna get this all watered in right away. The fungicide kind of needs to sit. So end of the story here is after you do those apps, and again, you could do compaction cure the same day or wait, water it all in with a 1/4 inch of water and you're good to go. Depending on what time of year it is, your lawn should start to green up within 10 days or so. If it's later in the year, it'll green up in 3 or 4 days. So that was the first app of the year. High potassium is gonna help the lawn come out of stress from winter, and that's what the 7020 stress blend does. Plus it has magnesium in there. Those are what we call electrolytes. Great for stress, and of course, again, the prodiamine is to prevent weeds. In my case, it's to prevent tropical signal grass, which you saw out there. So leave your comments and questions below. Let me know. Download the app. I'll give you a link to that below, and I hope you have a successful season, and I hope you don't get winded like I did. Yeah, I'll see you in a lawn.